Hey, Deshawn.
There we go. I had a little trouble there.
Sometimes
Hello,
it's
CK.
to connect on Zoom. Hey, Deshawn, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Nice to see ya.
Yeah, nice to see you as well.
Remind me, you guys are in Wisconsin, correct?
Yep, we are. Yep. It is
Whereabouts?
at Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So it's actually starting to warm up a little bit.
Amazing. I grew up in Rochester, Minnesota. I've been to Eau Claire a bunch of times.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
had
So
a
you
lot of,
know the area for sure. That's
I do.
cool.
Yeah, I had a bunch of friends that went to college there, and I went to River Falls for like a minute. I didn't end up staying there, but definitely super.
No, that's really cool. No, where are you from?
So originally from Rochester, Minnesota, but
Okay.
now I've been in Raleigh, North Carolina for like 9 years. So
Oh, wow. How do you like that?
I love it.
That's
As you know, it's very, very cold in the Midwest,
cool.
and it's a great community here. A lot of people from Raleigh are transplants, which is really nice. Like
Oh,
nobody is really a local. Like everybody's kind of in the community and super welcoming, and it's warm. It's like 75 degrees right now. So
oh,
no
nice.
complaints from
I
me.
wish we had that.
Were you are you originally from Eau Claire or that area or
Yep. Yep. Grew up, born and raised here. Yep. Yep.
that's awesome. And your business partner is too. I know, or is that who was on the pitch comp with you?
Yes, my business partner. So that was the vice president. Yep. He's from Mondovi, Wisconsin. So yeah, near Eau Claire. So
I
yep.
love it. Well, you guys are definitely experts in the outdoor gear world then. So
Thank you. Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Um, I really appreciate you taking some time to chat with me. How I normally will do this is just ask you a few questions first, and then at the end, if there's anything, or at the end of those questions, if there's anything that I missed, or you have feedback, things you would like to see, any kind of like other notes, we will do that then if that works for you.
Yeah, that works perfect.
Amazing. And then if you see me going like this, I am listening to, I'm taking some notes on my screen over here.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
So I would love, obviously, I'm much more familiar with a lot of the Scale Boom folks than I am some of our other clients. So obviously I know a lot about SummitRidgeCo. You guys came through the pitch comp. We've had the chance to talk,
Mhm.
but I would still love, in your words, just to hear about your journey finding Launch Boom and how you made the decision to join with us and pursue SummitRidgeCo alongside Launch Boom.
Yeah, definitely. So I believe it was in 2020. It was when we had plans. We had our website going, but we wanted to launch like a package of products just on our website. So we had the idea of like, how would we gain people to be able to have a big launch? And it was almost like came out of the blue. I was scrolling on Facebook and I seen Joe's video explaining like, do you want to launch your product and explaining everything? I'm like, wow, that's exactly what we need. So I instantly signed up with a call with Joe, and then he had to speak, and he was like, "Oh wow," he was impressed by Summer Ridge, and like, yeah, I think there's definitely something that we could do with it. So we instantly bought, I believe it was Launch Boom Academy then, and then got into that whole program, and it was worked out perfect because it was right when I was kind of getting off of my original job of landscaping and then moving to that. So I had a bunch of time and went through all the videos, all the how to scale, and that brought a lot of enlightenment on how to actually launch your product because the business knowledge was somewhat there as we were starting out. Like I went to college for that, but not nearly the knowledge to be able to launch effectively on Kickstarter. And the biggest point of that is after watching all those videos and like actually knowing how to do it, then going through it and launching and you guys are really creating a systematized thing or a system where you're able to launch and scale repeatably. So now we're on to our second our campaign, and now we're starting to see very effective output through that campaign just because the first one was good. Now you're starting to scale the second one. So that system is proven and it works 100% if you follow all the guidelines that you guys provide. It definitely does. Because we've seen a launch boom on that first day and we were like, wow, we had a launch boom. So it was awesome.
I love that so much. That's so great that it feels like it was, oh, my notifications are going off, that it feels like it was effective the first time, but also, you know, the ultimate goal is that it's something that a process you can keep using for your business. And I love that. What do you feel like, I know you spoke to it a little bit in that answer, but when you're in the modules or on office hours, like tell me a little bit about what you are experiencing there. What is it like to be on office hours and ask questions or go through the modules? Can answer those together or separately?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll start with Launch Boom, going through the modules, starting with that whole community, like especially on school now. It's very accessible where you're able to communicate with the whole group of people, especially now that you have so many people on there that they're able to give effective feedback from that community. So you're engaging with a group of entrepreneurs, essentially want to get to the same goal and doing that. So that's very effective. And not only that, the office hours. So once you do interact with the community, and if you didn't get like a complete answer, you go to the office hours, then you're interacting with like Soren and whatnot, and they give really good answers on what you should do next and the direction you should take. So that was very effective. Then once I seen you guys kind of transition from the like, what would you call that? The agency side. So the agency side of things over to actual entrepreneurs, that just shows like legitimacy that you guys want to help like the people starting out in the field of like beginning stages. So that was awesome. Then that was always a big part of it, because during the Launch Boom Academy, like I was always wondering, how do I get on, I think it was called Rocket Fuel, or how do I get on Scale Boom? I think you guys were throwing around that name. And now that you have school where you can have Scale Boom, Launch Boom, that is awesome that you're able to effectively go onto your website after your campaign with school through the accelerator and Scale Boom. So those two are very, very good combination together, because right after Kickstarter, that was our main problem, was how do we put it on our website and continue sales? So that kind of solves that problem 100%, where now we have Scale Boom, so we can ask Spencer right away. And yeah, that's another good thing of, if you have a question, elite team to ask right away, so, and get responsive feedback. So that's very, very good.
Yeah, awesome. I love that that's like worked so fluidly for you to, you know, from accelerator to Scale Boom. And I would love to hear more about your experience in Scale Boom specifically. What has that been like kind of on that side of things? Obviously, you spent a lot of time in the accelerator world and with Soren and, you know, working on getting those crowdfunding launches, but tell me about Scale Boom a little bit and what that's
So Scale Boom is amazing. Like that, I've gotten so much information from Spencer. It's crazy. The way he answers stuff is like, well, how did I not think of that? And then he explains it in a sense where it makes sense. So it's like he's not only giving you the answer of why it works, but how it works, and then the in-depth theory. So I've gotten most of my information since it's been on school from pretty much Spencer, because he's so engaging and just an awesome personality to work with. A very, very smart individual. Yeah, very, very knowledgeable.
Amazing. I love to hear that. I know that he cares so much about the community that he's, you know, fostering all, and like just speaks so highly of everybody's projects all the time and is always so excited. So I love hearing this side of it. Tell me, you know, in those things that you've learned or, you know, gathered from Spencer, is there any like one thing or two things that feel like were really big game changers for you in SummitRidgeCo, or you know, you said like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Like, is there anything that stands out to you as like a big win from participating?
Yes. So once you start getting into the more complex things of advertising, once you really start diving deep into interests, audiences, that's where Spencer really shined a light on it, and how to make it almost like, systematized, where you can go in, create an audience, and then scale from that audience. But the knowledge of how deep it can go into is just very nice to be able to have a complete answer of someone that has been doing that for multiple years. So yeah, I would say marketing 100%, and then also how to let's see. Oh, the design. Yeah, the design. So landing page designs. That's what we haven't thought of. So like it was so we were just selling our products normally, just right on, you would click on a product or go to the product page. But he came up with the idea to have a landing page for each and every product. So a person would come off that ad, go to a landing page, and all that information was specific on that product. So people would learn everything. And since ours is a little bit more higher quality, like there's more stuff that they would like to learn. And that kind of gets in the buyer's head to like, oh, this is really cool. And then they make their purchase decision from that landing page. So they're entering in that buying decision in a different thought instead of just like the product's right there, buy it. Like they're making a decision like we need that or I need that. So that was a big help. Like, oh, wow, that's a unique way to engage with customers and get them to convert.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I would love to hear if you were talking to a friend who was like, hey, I'm thinking about signing up for Launch Boom. What would you say to them? Launch Boom or Scale Boom?
I would say definitely do it. And actually my roommate, so he actually was very interested in doing it. And I showed him like modules because he was going to launch on Kickstarter. I'm like, you can watch some of these if you want. And yeah, he really liked it. He didn't launch anything because he's kind of switched the business model, but overall he was very close and used that whole thing where he really liked it and wanted to sign up with you guys and get into the whole community-based thing on his side. So yeah, I've been telling people about this on podcasts and everything, that Launch Boom is definitely the one who came up with the marketing system that we use 100%. And I give Launch Boom credit on all of the marketing on any of those, just because you guys have done a very good job and it was crucial part of our business scaling. So.
Awesome. I love that.
Really like you guys' company model. Very good.
Amazing. Well, we really like having you, and I know we're all rooting for SummitRidgeCo's success, and
thank you.
Like love following everything that's going on. I would love to hear now, is there any feedback you have or things you feel like you're missing or anything else that you wanted to share or make sure that I knew? Just for context, I'm having these calls with accelerator clients and Scale Boom clients, and obviously love hearing the positive feedback, but also, kind of communicating with our coaches about areas that folks had feedback on. So anything else that you
that is a tough one, because like, so I use Launch Boom, or like the school side of thing as a platform. Like if I don't know, I'll ask that in school. So as of right now, since Scale Boom is like on the smaller edge of things, like I get instant feedback from that. And then Launch Boom, the accelerator side, I don't know. I would have to think of something kind of to improve on that side of thing, because I don't want to say something where like it doesn't really match with what I think. But
no worries. And my inbox is always open. So obviously we did this now, but like, how to get a hold of me. And if you think of anything on either side, that is always welcome. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So what happens next is I will send you a coffee because I owe you a coffee. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
And then the only other ask that I would have is I was taking these notes and I will email kind of the synopsis to you. And if you don't mind, you're going to get a notification from Trustpilot, which is a third-party review site. You can edit these notes. You can write something new if you want, but I hate to ask people to do stuff twice. So I'm like, I'll send you what you said. But if you can throw it on Trustpilot, that would help me a lot and help Spencer a lot, just because, like you said, Scale Boom is still small and we want to tell people about the experiences that folks are having.
Definitely. I will definitely do that. Thank you so much for the coffee. Appreciate it.
Of course. Oh my gosh. I appreciate your time. I know that like hopping on these little things here and there can really add up. So really grateful that you gave me some of your time this morning, and excited to keep in touch and keep watching SummitRidgeCo. And I'm going to cross my fingers that you're out of the bad winter of the Midwest. So
yes, definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, CK.
All right.
We'll stay in touch.
Yeah. Bye.